Everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I want to thank everyone yesterday, particularly the commenter who pointed out that this was a message, particularly this image, which I thought was somebody, I was not aware that this was actually a book, published book by a well-known artist that I was unfamiliar with, a British artist. But people who closely follow Princess Catherine knew, like Meghan and everyone else who follows, knew that this was the artist, recognized that this was the artist that Princess Catherine used for her 2024 Christmas artwork for her, her concert there, or a carol service. So she chose, it says, of course, this is People magazines. They use Kate Middleton, right? But they said that she chose the best-selling author, Charlie Mackesy, to capture the emotional spirit of her annual carol service. So his beloved book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And so that's what that imagery was about. It was referring to this book. So that's what Meghan was using. And so I'm just combining this now. So they're narrowing things down quite a bit as far as the allusions to death, fall asleep here, good night, all these death imageries and the looking like a funeral home. And now you have, of course, we know in 2024, Princess Catherine was diagnosed with cancer and almost did die, right? And she's still just in remission now. And we know what Meghan and her Sussex squad and Christopher Boozy did with the online harassment of Prince William and Princess Catherine while she and the King were ill and being treated. So, and I've heard they only use natural treatments, just FYI. But anyways, Dr. Makis, Makis, has a Substack, and he uses natural remedies. There's been a lot of success in there from what I've heard. Anyways, allegedly. But anyhow, but back to this. So we've got Meghan with her death imageries, go to sleep, fall asleep, funeral home decor, and she uses the same artist that Princess Catherine used. And I got this, so thank you again to the commenter. I got this from Think Beautiful channel, who caught on to this quite early. Yeah. So, wow. So now it looks like, and I'm going to look at this today, it looks like either a death threat, a taunting of Catherine and her near-death experience. We know that, or I heard that in Meghan's latest interview, I mean, all her and Harry do are give interviews for what? Nobody, they're idiots that know nothing. But anyways, in her latest interview with the lefty radical reporter of, I forget what magazine it was again. I'm forgetting. Whatever interview she did, it was recommended to her to, send like a wishing well message to Princess Catherine. Like, oh, I'm glad to hear Catherine's doing well. But Meghan wouldn't do that. She's so angry and bitter and evil that she wouldn't even wish somebody who is battling cancer well. Not the king, not Catherine, no one in the royal family. And yet Meghan clings to her titles. They're British titles, not American. It can't be used in America, but Meghan still tries doing it. But she doesn't even wish them well when they've been battling a life-death illness, right? So and on top of that, Meghan does this death imagery with her Christmas or Christmas holiday, whatever. It's all death imagery. It's all funeral home. It's all black. It's all depressing and morose and disgusting as everything else, it seems, that Meghan and Harry do. So anyways, I want to look at, now that we know that this was a copying of Catherine and possibly her secret little message to Catherine with her death imagery. Is that what Meghan's doing here? Is this some kind of spell work? It's believed that Meghan does use her Instagram to do spell work, imagery, and whatnot. Is this a direct threat? Is this her taunting her and whatnot? So let's see, what exactly is Megalodon? Is she trying to mock her of her near-death experience? Is she, trying to conjure up some more, deadly influences? what's going on here with Megalodon and her death images and using Princess Catherine's artist? Yeah, so let's take a better look at this. Was this a death threat? And what was Meghan expecting? Like, was she? We know Meghan's always trying to instigate the public, rile people up, get people talking, blah, blah, blah. So, was that what she was expecting with this? Or was she expecting this to go under the radar somehow? If you're familiar with Princess Catherine and her what she's doing with her in her shows, uh, as people in the UK and Australia and New Zealand would be, she ought to know they're going to catch on to it, right? Let me see here. So it seems like she might be taunting them. Let's see. What was Megalodon saying here? Was this a threat? Was this a satanic mockery? Don't mind my camera. There we go. Pick my camera up. Was this just a satanic haha joke? Just Meghan being Meghan? Does it spell work? Because at the same time, Harry and Meghan allegedly want to go back to the UK, particularly Harry. Their Project Thaw there. It is really quite amazing that she would still be so jealous of someone that she really cannot compete with at all. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. I don't get it. But she's so spiteful and evil and jealous. She couldn't even wish her well. Wow. Really, really low. I mean, anyone who's that evil and lacks morals should not be anywhere near children or young people or the government. But here we have Harry and Meghan doing all these things. And let's see here. What was Megalodon attempting to do with her little latest post? All right, let's split the deck and find out. See what the cards show. All right, general situation here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles reversed, right? Taking down Catherine. There's the Catherine card. Putting up a post here to take down, mocking her. Putting something in to upset her, disturb her, make her unhealthy. 6 of coins reversed. All right, so I get the idea of, of course, Meghan is peddling her wares as a cover for this. And again, trying to do some type of energy exchange here. I see it more of a reversal here, satanic type of reversal. Because, of course, the spreads are an imitation of the royal family. Everything she does is an imitation of the royal family. And, of course, Catherine and trying to reverse engineer and trying it imitating at the same time, right? She's trying to pretend to be a royal about it, right? So we have this and make money while she's at it. So financial and also trying to degrade and degenerate, trying to degrade the royal family with her mockery of them and her cheap products and her grotesque Instagram posts and threats to Catherine. So, yeah, it's just a gradual degradation of the stability of the royal family. The base of it, full reversed. There's something new here, making a fool out of herself and a hairball. At the bottom of it all, Wheel of Fortune. It looks like it backfired on her, though. Didn't go as expected in this case. It's interesting with the Fool reverse, she was hanging off the cliff. But this is like Meghan here, but they're trying to raise up above her station and doing it in a way that's completely unsupported and getting carried away with herself. playing the fool. That's what Meghan does. If you catch her at it, she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? I'm trying. I'm just trying to sell my jam. Plausible deniability is their deep state favorite phrase. There, it seems. So she's trying to pretend like I'm just smelling my flower here and my flower sprinkles and posting things. I don't know what everybody's getting so upset about. Playing a little dumb act. But doing it on the world stage, the major arcana. Was she threatening Catherine? Was this a threat? Ooh, it was a threat to the whole royal family, man. The Western governments that Meghan and Harry want to take down. Oh yeah, it was a threat, and it was a promise too from her group. I mean, this is a group. I would take it, or you could also look at it as her main mission: take down the governments for the new world order, and taking everything down, and being part of her deep state group here: Clinton cabal, Obama, everyone else that she's involved with. James Holt and Jory Craig and all the rest of them, CCDH, that whole network there of globalist Satanists. So yeah, this is like her group. And this was a takedown of Catherine and taking her down here as a threat to degrade the royal family. What was Meghan expecting? Was she expecting a brouhaha? Oh yeah, of course. So as usual, but not a major brouhaha. Meghan knew she'd be criticized and that people would be, but of course she could turn around and play the victim, right? As she always does. The fool down here. She's like, what, me? I'm just smelling my flower sprinkles and putting stuff out. And all these meanies are coming on with their hate speech. Well, in reality, she's threatening, mocking Catherine, who's almost died. So you have this threat from Meghan's group, her deep state Obama Clinton cabal that she works with. And then you have Biden cabals. And then you have her knowing that in a minor way, she expected criticisms, of course, for this. But I don't think as she normally does, right? Everything she does is going to get pushback. But I don't think she did not expect it to be, to get too large, right? Get too significant. What is she afraid of or not want? Stability, happiness, celebration of the holidays. She doesn't want you having a good time, that's for sure. Anyone, particularly the royal family. I do think it's mainly directed at the royal family and Catherine and her family. She doesn't want them feeling too stable and enjoying their holidays, and she doesn't want you enjoying Catherine's, chorus and her piano playing and concerts and whatnot and artists. So she wants to degrade and take down everything. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want tradition. She doesn't want you celebrating the holidays. Meghan is a Satanist full of hate and venom and nastiness and poison with her poison apple jam there. So what is she hoping for? Oh yeah, she's hoping for her and Harry. She's hoping that they are going to get more power and be dominant. So she's hoping for with her globalist pals here. She wants power. It's all about power for Harry and Meghan there. And it's always about the power with her. It's all it's about. How does Catherine affect Megalodon? How does she see Princess Catherine? Oh, yeah, the star, major arcana. So this whole thing was for Catherine. I think everything seems major arcana here because Catherine is more of a star now, especially since what she's been through. And people have been very concerned for her. So Meghan hates that. Meghan hates that, right? She's getting, Meghan hates anyone, particularly the royal family, getting any more attention than her. So, I think Meghan feels very intimidated. She knows she cannot compare. She knows that she cannot do anything as well as Catherine can. And she's, forever haunted by Catherine. Forever haunted. And she sets her in a tailspin just by her existing. Seems to make Meghan very crazy and doing these foolish things like this. So, yeah. And there's nothing, Harry can do to appease her because, they only, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So what's going to happen near future with this? So Megan's gonna be pulling up some more jams out of her pocket or whatever else, wine, grapes for wine selling here. So Megan's gonna be continuing her posting her ridiculous, Instagram posts in the garden, smelling her roses and whatnot. This particular nine of coins, she has a hat on, a red hat, maybe for communism. Megan pushing her communist Marxist agenda still. But I do see Megan continuing with her ridiculous post, pretending to be some kind of gardener and jam maker. And in the long term, it's not going to amount to much because Meghan as Harry are both lazy AF and nothing they work on amounts to anything. It just collapses. So I do see that Meghan is just going to get lazy about it. It's all going to just, as we all know, it's just going to fall apart like everything else Meghan does and not go anywhere. But she will make a little bit, very little bit of money, I suppose. However, I think that her Instagram is more for sending her messages and keeping her busy until the next presidential election and haunting Catherine and the royal family as much as possible and sending her little messages and keeping people riled up is also it. So the whole thing, though, I think being exposed, though, I think that backfired on her and what she was trying to do. I think she was trying to be subtle about it. I don't think she expected to get caught. Let me see. Did she expect to get caught by people with this dig at Catherine? No, I think that no, I don't think she really did. I don't think, I don't think she thought anyone would really notice. No, when I say no, I don't believe she thought she would get caught with this. Oh, look at that. Five of Wands reversed. Page of Cups. Four of Swords. Page of Wands. I think that she thought that people would just see her as being crazy and um, people would be criticizing her wines and ridiculousness. But no, I don't think that she expected people to catch her out in her satanic messaging here. And it is a threat, very much, for sure. A group threat there. Wow. Megan's like a mouthpiece for the deep state here and her threats and her globalist buddies there, looks like. Yeah, so there you have it. I hope you found this interesting. And she's poisoning us just like the globalist do. It's always with poison, venom with these snakes. And I just want to end this on the note that, evil offering something is, as you know, an archetype. I mean, it's what they've been using for thousands of years. And, just because it may seem harmless or like for some reason tempting to people for one reason or another to try out the poison being offered, whether you're coerced or whatnot, it doesn't lessen the evil behind it and what's in it. Now, is there literal poison in there or is there sorcery around it or what? You don't know on whether it's going to be on a human level or a metaphysical level, but you can bet that there's something in there that you just don't want to touch. And it's always evil, always offering poison. This is a repeated theme and not to be dismissed as harmless. And I've seen too many people taking this poison, to make a video, to comment on it. But I don't think that's a wise move at all. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean there's anything actually in there that you could find through testing. But again, it could be of a metaphysical nature. So just beware of being offered anything from these people. Anyways, that being said, I hope we all enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.